Hello football tribers, welcome back to the channel. It's your usual suspect Robert Kesakos. I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. I hope you're being blessed in every aspect of your life in all your respective hustles. Anyways, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be speaking matters Arsenal. Now, Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has come out to defend his decision of prioritizing signing a defender before anything else. He has come under criticism in a small section of the fans who thought that that wasn't their top priority going into the transfer window this summer. At the tail end of last season, and perhaps somewhere midway along the season, during the January transfer window, it was clear as broad daylight, or perhaps as a blue sky, that what the Gunners needed to sign was a striker. But neither did they do that in January, and neither have they done that so far. But doesn't mean to say that there are no strikers being linked with the move to the Gunners. Of course, some of those names have been Victor Gokais, who continues to lead the headlines in that respect. But let's get some few facts here and why I do think that that small section of Arsenal fans that have criticized manager Mikel Arteta for not signing a striker fast do have genuine reasons. First of all, they come off the back of the season where they finished second and just a point behind title winners Manchester City in a season where their goalkeeper David Raya won the Golden Glove in a season where they conceded the least amount of goals. So clearly they were solid defensively, and that meant that if Arsenal needed anything to strengthen in their squad, it was anything other than their defense. However, in the wisdom of manager Mikel Arteta, that couldn't have been far from the truth, because what he identified was a weakness in that backline, and he did mention that he had very few options, and he goes on to highlight that players like William Saliba had to play every single minute of their Premier League campaign last season, and then Gabriel Magalhaes, we all know that he didn't start the season in that starting 11. Yeah, there were linking him with a move to the Saudi Pro League. So it was Thomas Partey at right back. We did have William Saliba. We did have Ben White in there, and Jurriën Timber in the first game. Of course, he did get injured in that game against Nottingham Forest, and then he was preferred out of the team. We did see Zinchenko at that left back role. We did see Takahiro Tomiyasu take on the reins in that role. But of course, with injury, he paved the way for Jakub Kiwior, who went on to be a bit of a mainstay during a certain part of the season. So with that solidity, some Arsenal fans did think that their priorities should have been lying elsewhere. But manager Mikel Arteta does beg to differ, because he does say that it is not sustainable for you to rely on small options, for you to convince yourself that players like William Saliba or Gabriel Magalhaes will be able to play every single minute of the Premier League. And we all know that they will be competing on different fronts, including the UEFA Champions League. Never mind that the FA Cup is also there for anybody to win, as well as the Carabao Cup. So he does say that they did need cover. He wanted to have depth in that squad, and as we speak today, he does have Ben White, he does have William Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, Jakub Kiwior, now Ricardo Calafiori. Of course, Jurriën Timber is in there. Takahiro Tomiyasu, despite being injured, that he missed out on the US tour, and then you have Zinchenko in there. All players that are defensive or that. But again, should Zinchenko stay at the club, I wouldn't be surprised if he's moved further up front to go and play in midfield, where he prefers to play, especially when he's playing for his national team, that's Ukraine. But before we speculate on all that, so manager Mikel Arteta has defended that decision of signing Ricardo Calafiori for £42 million from Bologna with that sort of school of thought. And I could not help it but agree with him. But I also do understand the school of thought, or where that section of the Arsenal fans is coming from, to make the argument that their priorities would have easily laid elsewhere in this transfer window. But just to make you a little calmer, like I did just say, Arsenal are interested in signing Sporting Lisbon striker Victor Grokaes, but that deal has not yet really advanced. They are in the process of trying to sign a midfielder in Mikel Moreno from Real Sociedad, but we are waiting for bids to go in for that player. And as of today, major links from Germany have been linking them with a move to former Manchester City left-footed winger in Leroy Sané, 28 years of age, left with just a year to his contract, but they could be off-put by the high wages that he could be demanding for, somewhere in the region of 300 perhaps euros per week. And then the asking price has been so far reported to be in the region of 60 million euros should Arsenal do want to solidify their interest. And then also they've been linked with the move for Barcelona's Brazilian winger in Rafinha, who they did have interest in before he made that move from Leeds United to Barcelona just about a year ago. So clearly the Gunners will make moves to strengthen their other sections of the pitch in terms of the squad that's in midfield and up front. As far as the goalkeeping department goes, they are still interested in signing Bentley from Wolverhampton Wanderers, but the two sides that's between Arsenal and Wolves have not yet reached an agreement on the asking fee. But also, I think Arsenal fans and perhaps the Arsenal goalkeeping coaching department and the coaching staff in general have been really impressed, just as much as the fans have been with Karl Hein, who has been in goal during their US tour. They are so far featured in those two games against FC Bournemouth and against Manchester United, and I could categorically say that he has been nothing else but impressive for a youngster. But anyway, we'll wait to see how everything spans out. But in the wake of signing the Italian international, 22 years of age, here is what manager Mikel Arteta had to reveal in his own words. It was great when I spoke to him one or two times, and that was when I didn't know if we could do it or not. He was adamant. That is the player in Calafiori. Let me know when you are ready. My bags are ready, and I just want to come to Arsenal. Those were his words. When you have that feeling with a willingness and determination to make us better, we should be really proud of that. Because anyway, he does make those comments, and I mean, we did hear concrete reports that teams like Real Madrid, teams like AC Milan tried to lure him to their sides during the later stages of the negotiations between Bologna and Arsenal. But of course, Calafiori told them that Arsenal was his next destination by hook or crook, and he has gotten his move. He will be donning the shirt number 33 at the club. So, do let me know what your thoughts are about Arsenal's priorities. Do you agree that Mikel Arteta was well within his rights, well within his full mind when he went to sign a defender before signing any other player, whether it's you think they need a midfielder more or a striker more, because we all know that they do need to fill that void that was left by Mohamed Elneny, and then of course Thomas Partey is aging. Although it's increasingly looking like he may stay at the club, we never know by the end of the transfer window how things may turn out to be. So we'll be keeping tabs on those developments just as much as we are keeping tabs on all developments that are happening at Old Trafford. And if you want to know the latest update on all transfers Manchester United, do check out my short on our YouTube channel. Yes, you go to the channel, look for shorts, you will see my submission on Manchester United's pending double signing from Bayern Munich, but it may depend on some departures from Old Trafford. But while mentioning Old Trafford, I might have to update you that an independent committee did suggest that Manchester United are better off investing in building a new stadium as opposed to redeveloping or rehabilitating Old Trafford, and that they go on to suggest that they would want to build an 100,000 seater stadium in terms of fan capacity, but that could cost them more than £1 billion. Anyways, that's everything I had for you today. Kindly do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Stay blessed.